Why do working class people get pissed off about immigration, and why do they get pissed off about refugees and a plethora of other issues? If you're a trendy, wet, left-wing pain in the arse who is completely out of touch with people living in poverty, completely out of touch with working class communities, particularly the ones on estates and in deprived and marginalised areas, obviously, as you've proven consistently, your interpretation of why that is because they're a bunch of knuckle-dragging racists. Well, I've got news for you. The vast majority of people aren't racists. The vast majority of people who get pissed off about these issues aren't racists. The reason that you consistently misunderstand them is because you have absolutely no connections to those people and to those communities. You are supposed to be the bastions of our salvation, and clearly you are not. You are supposed to be the people that have organic links to our communities and to the way that we think and feel, and you are supposed to represent it, which you don't. This is what they get pissed off about, the majority of them. It's the fact that their lives, their communities are abandoned and are being unthreaded. Their communities at large and their individual lives. And all they hear from the great champions of justice is immigrants, 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 immigrants. Refugees, 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 the poor refugees, the poor immigrants. I don't want to name and shame, but there is an organisation which gives funds to good causes, to activist causes. And I looked at the list of organisations which had been given funding. Immigrant organisations, immigrant organisations, immigrant organisations, immigrant organisations. LGBTQ organisations. LGBTQ organisation, immigrant organisation, refugee organisation. All of the great, trendy, righteous causes. Now, one of the reasons that this is the case is because plebby little twatty middle class people, what can they relate to in their little bubble realities? Nothing. Particularly when they look with a profound sense of distaste at working class people. They don't want to be anywhere near them. Then what is it that their hearts can bleed for? Well, there you go. Those fantastic little virtue signalling causes, and they're all over it like a pack of fucking hyenas. So these people, their lives are being torn apart, and that's all they hear. The social justice warriors, that is all they go on about. Palestine, Palestine, refugees, immigrants. Palestine, refugees, immigrants. Not once do you have a representative on your platforms who come from those communities, who understand the daily living experience of what it is like to be in those communities. And they look at this and they just get pissed off about it. Particularly when, if they live in high density areas, they're concerned. They've got no jobs. If they're lucky enough to have a job, it's a 0 hours contract. It's really incredibly shit pay. They're treated like crap in it. If they fucking do lose their job and they're on benefits, it's a fucking nightmare keeping on it because of the hassle that you get if you're 5 minutes late, if you haven't done 35 hours of job searching, it's stopped. I've been campaigning outside of job centres and literally seen people burst into tears when I was talking to them. You do not give a fuck about any of these issues. They're dirty, horrible people. Keep them at arm's length and simply go on about the trendy, fashionable issues. And people get pissed off about it. It's that fucking simple. Geniuses.